Good afternoon and welcome to Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq, and we've been coming to you live from inside ETFs in Hollywood, Florida, all day today. Nearly 20 interviews, over 2,000 attendees at one of the industry's largest conference. And joining me, we're going to save the best for last, how to make money from politics, and you don't have to be a billionaire and enjoy those tax cuts to do so. Thank you very much. We have Ben Phillips, CIO of EventShares, who's going to tell us how. Let's talk about three very unique ETFs from EventShares.
Sure. So we have the Tax Reform Fund, TaxR, the Republican Policies Fund, ticker GOP, and the Democratic Policies Fund, ticker DEMS, so DEMS. Really, the idea is being policy, not politics. So we're actually investing in companies that are going to benefit from the various policies that are within those funds. So the Republicans invested in things like defense and border protection, deregulation, and tax reform. The DEMS fund is invested in things like social good, healthcare expansion, as well as environmentally conscious. And then tax reform, about 60% of the portfolio is invested in companies that we think are going to be the biggest beneficiaries of the tax cut. We also have a CapEx bucket in there, and then we have an exporter bucket, so U.S. exporters.
Which one is generating the most interest?
So TaxR has really been the one that's kind of taken off and getting a lot of buzz right now. I think investors have embraced it as, you know, a good catalyst for 2018 and a potential outperformer for the year. So I think that's how people are approaching. They're saying this is a really exciting fund. It's relevant right now. Tax reform went through. Let's look for kind of the next legs of these companies' earnings improving.
How are these differentiated from other products?
So we're actively managed, which is, I think, unique in the ETF space. There's not as many active funds out there. I think it's roughly 2% market share, or under 2% market share. Actively managed. We do go long, short in GOP and DEMS. So we have the ability to short companies that we think are going to potentially be harmed by the regulation or policy. And really, you know, I think we're the first ever to bring together policy and capital markets and offer it in a vehicle that's accessible to anybody.
All right, and there's some exciting announcements coming up at EventShares.
That's right. Tomorrow we're launching our dashboard to the public. So it's dashboard.eventshares.com. This is really a way to help investors visualize the impact that policy has on their portfolios. And then one of the coolest features is the policy meter, which tells you whether we're in a Republican or Democratic market and if that's expected to persist. And it also helps you inform portfolio positioning. So it's a really exciting tool that we're releasing.
That'll be interesting to watch as we get closer to the 2018 midterm election, of course, for 2020, for the presidential election, because there really hasn't been a gauge to take a look at that live.
Gauge or tool that helps you tell what the market's saying and what it's telling us. And so we're making that publicly available to everybody.
Oh, that's super interesting. Well, thank you very much for joining us at Inside ETFs. And traders, thank you for joining me throughout the day. Catch me live all day on Tuesday. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.